This bit's got no music. It should have like, Anyway. I was like, I could play something, couldn't I? Anyway. Right. Hello.
Slick.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Right. Here we are again. This is me and Maff. Hang on, let me just put something on the screen to look at. There you go. This is me and Maff. Maff is the coder who has helped me vastly with this indicator that we're probably going to talk about, which we give it. Well, it was originally called the It was originally called the quad rotation stochastic indicator, but then it started getting referred to as Quadzilla in our Telegram group, and that kind of stuck. So it is going to be referred to as that. And so Maff is here. The plan is to do this every Wednesday at 4:30 UK time. And I think that shouldn't be a problem, except in about 2 weeks' time. And I think I might be on an aeroplane actually, but I need to check the dates for that. But but other than that, expect us to be here every Wednesday at 4:30 UK, which is 3:30 PM UTC. Right, I think everything's working fine. I haven't checked the audio, but I'm assuming. Let me just look at the comments. It sounds like no one's complaining so far. So yeah. What have you been up to, Maff?
Well, I've been working mostly. I guess still in that stage where I've got the day job. Obviously, can't complain because so many people haven't at the moment with the state of things. But I suppose evenings and weekends, obviously. Working away on Quadzilla, among other things. I've got a life outside, working and coding and so on. But yeah, generally just doing pretty good. And yourself?
I thought life would get easier. Now I'm not doing the daily Stonksy live stream. Which I stopped doing on Monday, but I don't know. I seem to have a list of other things to do actually. So a lot of it is to do with the preparation of something we're going to do, which is I'll probably talk about it in another video. But essentially, what it is we're going to have the public version of Quadzilla, which is pretty much as it is now. And then there's going to be like an invite-only version, which is actually. Can you take over, Maff? Because I just need to answer the phone.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So yeah, the invite-only version will be, as Save was saying, it'll be pretty much what you can see on the screen now, plus some additional bits that we've been working on. The main one of which is the retracement pattern, which we'll talk about a lot in this stream today, and also which you may have been seeing lately on the videos on here. So lots of details about that. So that's pretty exciting. Been quite amazed, I don't know, shocked even about just how accurate the retracement pattern usually is. It's actually quite reliable. So we'll be exploring that a bit today, just looking at maybe why that is. Why, I mean, is it aligning with some other chart features? Is there sort of some just chart mathematics that's going on behind the scenes? Sort of, everything is maths when it comes down to it. So when things align, when there's confluence, there's probably just reasons for that happening, for what seem to be coincidences. So we'll be diving into that, sort of exploring the matrix, as it were.
Excellent. Awesome. Right. Sorry about that. I just had to answer the phone. I thought it was an emergency because it was from my daughter, who I just dropped off in town, and it's She needs £20 to buy a football. So,
Okay.
so,
Well, that does sound like an emergency.
so I think for a 16-year-old girl, that's an emergency, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, do you want me to put your screen on so you can see what we're talking
Yeah,
about?
sure. I forgot to share. I'll just do that.
That's all right. Because obviously at the moment we've had a bit of a pullback on Bitcoin, and I've been looking for a bottom, and I've been looking at it on the 12-minute time frame, which I think has been pretty good so far. And I'm not sure if we are actually at a bottom, but I think we're close, or maybe it was. Anyway, let's add you to the stage, and then
sure.
and we can have a look.
Okay.
So we're getting quite smooth at this now, aren't we? Sort of.
Oh yeah, I mean this is just pro level stuff now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's high quality.
I was thinking about buying a new microphone. I'm not sure if this one, because I bought the microphone I'm using. Hold it up to the camera. But, it's essentially that. It's a ball. It's on a magnetic stand. So
right.
I mean that sold me, the fact that it's magnetic. It doesn't get more professional than that. But yeah, I bought it maybe 10 years ago, and it was on Amazon. It said that it's studio quality, but I'm starting to wonder if maybe they may have exaggerated there. Thinking about investing, upgrading in the audio quality there.
I mean, it sounds okay.
Well, I won't bother then. if it's okay, I'll stick with this. So save a bit of money.
As well.
So invested in Chippy Coin instead. So yeah, if we go to the 12-minute, I guess you were talking about this, weren't you? So
yeah,
has the price bottomed out? So I did put in. There was a line. Lost in. Oh, sorry. Was it on this chart? Where did I put my line? Sorry, I'm just going to go back to the 1 hour for a sec. I think it may have been on. So this is the Blofin Bitcoin chart, and the one I was just on is the index. Yeah, it was the index. So yeah, I put in that line, which I think was pretty much the level that you were talking about earlier on, isn't it? Because I think you were saying 117.4.
Oh, that was in the Discord. Yeah. Sorry, in the Telegram.
The Telegram. Yeah.
That was because. It literally looked like a level that had been of interest before. So that's what I was thinking.
Because all the way through it has. It's been a touch point, isn't it? Quite a few. So I was kind of hoping that it would actually touch it. It came pretty close to it, to be fair. So, so yeah, I mean that was pretty much what you said, wasn't it? Around there, that level. So sure enough, it pretty much touched that ish. That's on the way back up.
Bang on, mate. Yeah, no, it depends what chart you look on, but I mean, I'm looking at it here on the ByBit chart, and it looks like it went down to 117.333. So,
yeah. Ooh, okay. I'll take your word for that one. But yeah, that probably sounds right. I guess this has averaged out a bit, isn't it, on the index? This is. I mean, that was looking a bit dangerous, maybe on the 1 hour. There is a bit of bearishness going on there, but yeah, hopefully this is enough now, because obviously on the momentum oscillator, that's kind of turning around quite significantly, starting to, even though it's not down here, but it's midway starting to turn back up. So see how that goes. So yeah, you were looking on the 12-minute. Sorry, we'll go back to that.
I was, yeah. I mean, I would love to have seen a green background on the 1 minute, but sorry, not the 1 minute, the 1 hour. But
that
wasn't.
Caught it for sure. Yeah. Because that's a pretty clear signal. Are we allowed to call them signals? Is it?
I'm not sure actually. I think probably.
Yeah. We call them a signal. It's a not financial advice signal.
Yeah. I know you can, do what you want. Be fine.
It's a
The
sign.
thing about this is it could quite easily roll over again and do another one, and that's what I've seen it do a few times.
Yeah, true. Also, that does tend to be the thing on the lower time frames, I guess. That, but yeah, I mean that obviously it's got the air gap. It's got the two momentum lines, the stochastic momentum lines, kind of drawing very close to each other. They're both in agreement, both curved round and pointing up, and they both went into oversold. So that is a very strong signal that things are turning around there on the 12-minute. And in fact, sure enough, on this, I mean that here with the EMA trend lines, I mean back here a bit, but that was starting to show bullishness there, that they're starting to converge. So this is the 21 EMA and the 55 EMA. They're converging there. Obviously, that kind of didn't quite happen, came back down. But now it's trying again, and this time it's got that signal. I mean, to be fair, this is also the trend shield was flashing red at that point as well, saying, that there was a bit of that going on. So bit of divergence. But this one looks like it's having another go, coming back up. And again, the EMA is converging bullish, or starting to. It's an early signal, early sign. So pretty hopeful.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about that 1 hour there, as you say, because the EMAs are like on a collision course.
Yeah, that's a bit worrying. I've been finding that maybe today in particular, just the 30-minute has been showing some good things going on. I mean, on there, that's kind of already happened, isn't it? I guess on the 30-minute, it's more reactive. So that's already crossed under, and kind of had that bearish continuation. But yeah, I mean, on that now, I guess these are starting to come round. That's, even though that didn't quite, just down here in the stochastic momentum again, that didn't quite reach down into oversold, but it's pretty close. It kind of touched the line, and they both come round quite sharply. Obviously, that was a sharp turnaround there, and sort of on the way back up. So yeah, bit of a mix, really, isn't it? But kind of a suggestion of up, I would think. So we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got a list of things to talk about.
Yeah,
I believe.
Things to go through. Quite a few things actually, to be honest.
Okay.
So let's see. There's I think to be honest, where to begin? Yeah. Yeah. So I made a note here earlier on and just trying to remember what was actually on my mind. So I'll just read it out and then maybe so for the retracement. Oh yeah, of course, we haven't even talked about the retracement patterns, have we? So this is obviously, as I was saying earlier, this is the new feature that we're bringing in. This will be in the invite only version of Quadzilla, which is being launched this week. And still free this week as well, I believe. So
still what?
And still free this. This week and the foreseeable future, I suppose.
For anybody in the Telegram group. So you'll see that banner at the bottom of the screen saying join the Telegram group at savewith.crypto.org/TG. That will redirect to the correct Telegram group.
Yeah. So I would think probably like anybody who wants to join to receive the Quadzilla invite, which is a mighty fine reason to join. Probably, so I guess they would need to comment in the group, wouldn't they? To, even if it's just to say hey, I'm here, please send me the link, the invite link.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'd also like you to like this video and leave a comment. Well, at least leave something in the chat now, or if you're watching it later, leave a comment. But yeah, it all makes us more generous,
more inclined to just dish out free stuff, I guess.
There you go. There you
go. Okay. So retracement pattern then. So this, I mean, obviously we've talked about this a few times, but just I'll just give a quick recap of the feature. So where we've got this green line here, that green line there, and that red line there, these are drawn in by Quadzilla, and that line is a retracement level. So the way that they occur is, look at this one, for example, just because it happens to be right in the middle of the screen, is that so this is a bullish retracement. So what it was saying was that when the 21 EMA crosses above the 55 EMA, that's generally a very bullish thing to happen, especially on these higher-ish time frames like 30-minute, 1 hour, and so on and up. But if there's some bearish form of divergence with that, like down here, the in Quadzilla, the background turned red, which means that there are signs that things are looking a bit overbought, and the stochastic momentum lines are kind of like curving down, and it's possible that we're going to see a price reversal. The price is going to come down. So they're both sort of valid. They're reporting just a different set of live metrics, and saying that this metric is telling me this is about to happen, and the same with that. But obviously they seem to be kind of at odds with each other. So what that usually means is that this crossing bullish, obviously the price is going to continue up. The trend is going to continue upwards, which sure enough it does. But this crossing bear, or this showing bearish, just within a few bars of that happening, means that the price is going to come down. But the trend tends to be more reactive. I think that tends to be more, this is what's happening right now and probably will be happening for the next few bars. This tends to be a bit more sort of, we're going to start to see this happening soon, any minute now, so in other words, there's going to be a retracement. So it's a 3-step thing that happens over and over. I mean, you'll generally see steps 1 and 2, and then 3 often happens as well. So I could probably maybe draw that. She's a path. Yeah, maybe it's a path for that. So essentially what happens is that the first step is the trend is bullish, so the price is going to go up. That's kind of step 1. The price is going to retrace. It's going to come back down to that level and probably a bit lower, which sure enough it does in this case. And so that was step 2. And then step 3 is going to come back up to the line, and we hope continue back up. So that's kind of the retracement, the 3 steps. So continuation, retracement, and then go long. So, and that's exactly what happens there. So as you can imagine, there's all sorts of ways that you can trade from that, and pretty much trust that that's very likely to play out, because it just seems to, like, over and over again. Doesn't always, but the majority of the time it does seem to. This one, let's go that way. I mean, that's beautiful, to be honest. That's its real shape. Maybe just play it. look at it from that point of view. So that this is the opposite. So the bearish retracement. So essentially here we've got the EMA trend lines crossing bearish. So in other words, the trend is down, and it's going to this is confirming that it's going to continue to be down. But meanwhile, down here, this just turns green, meaning, hey, there's it's like things are going to turn around, and we're going to start to see some bullish momentum. Maybe not just yet, but any minute now, or any half hour now. And so, yeah, we get the same thing again. This one, we kind of get this down. So step one. This one plays out over a much longer period of time, but it's still valid. You get kind of step two where it comes up. It just touches above the retracement level there. I'm just going to see it just nudging above. So it's going to put that there.
Right.
So that's step two. And then step three, kind of run right here somewhere. Like so, another like 1, 2, 3. So when that happens, so if you say if you were trading this, you would maybe have an alert set up so that because you can set Quadzilla specific alerts so that when this pattern appears, when this is first drawn in, it'll be at this point. That's where it first detects it, where the sort of arrowhead is, because it lines up with this, with a green background here. So when that appears, then if you set up with alerts, you'll receive that at this point. And so at this stage, you might sort of come back to the trading desk or whatever and just look at this and be thinking, okay, there'll be a variety of things. You might think, okay, I'm already in a short position here. Glad to see that this is happening, and it's saying that's what's probably going to happen. So I'll keep the short position open. So that's one possibility. And then, sure enough, it does continue down. The other aspect is once the price has come below this line, you could set. I was saying limit order the other day, but I think really, I mean, you set a trigger order, I think, or just wait for the price to come back up and just do it manually, open a position. So you'd kind of, well, in fact, sorry, yeah, but before that even, you might now choose to open a long position for step two. Obviously, if other things are showing similar confirmation, but at this stage, we'll be fairly confident that the price is going to kind of make its way up to this level, which of course it does. That'd be a tidy long, just played out over a fairly long period of time. So yeah, and then once the price comes back above this level, the retracement level, then you'd maybe open a short position at that point, because you're fully expecting that the price is going to just drop back down again for step three, which of course it does there. So in the I mean, it's not so evident there, but in this one that we went through, once the price comes down below here, that this is to set a long order to open a long position to go back up. For the confirmation, you may want to wait until, so first of all, for the price to come down below the level, and then ready to open the long. For confirmation, you may want to wait until it comes back up and reaches that line, and then open the long. So you could probably set a trigger order to do that. So when it hits that price, then the long is triggered, and up. So I mean, I think I was saying limit order the other day, but that wouldn't quite work. Because if you set a limit long down here, it's just going to trigger straight away. It's going to open straight away. Because obviously you're getting a cheaper price. so of course, but yeah, basically a trigger long at that point, and then so when the price comes back up, I mean, you could open that earlier if you're fairly confident that's going to happen, but for the confirmation, you just let it come back up to that line and then let it rip. Is that the right expression? I don't know.
I think so.
So yeah. So also at this, like, so what? Yeah. While you're waiting for the price to come back down, because obviously each of these is a half-hour candle, you're going to be waiting a while. You and particularly for this, waiting for that price to come back up, waiting a very, very long while, really, for that. So you can set a price alert for that. Otherwise, it is maybe a bit easy to forget. So you could kind of do that here. I mean, also you've got the plus just there for setting price alerts. So you could just kind of hover over that line. Obviously, it's 118,220. If you got these values set to show, then it kind of tells you where each of the lines are anyway. Although you can end up with just massive different prices highlighted on there. But if you have them switched on, you can get the price from that, or just do that. I think it's, you can either come over and click that, or just press Alt A. Like I do that, Alt A, and so you just receive an alert then when the price reaches that level, or maybe do it for slightly below, so you've got time to to rush back and react and set up the trade and so on. That's that. I did.
With all this, are you finding that obviously I've seen you look at the 12-minute and the 30-minute, and I've even seen you look at the 3-minute time frame. Are you finding those sort of like smallish time frames work okay, or are there some time frames that are even more reliable?
Yeah, the smaller time frames. If you're scalping, if you're scalp trading, then of course they're useful for that. But I mean, I do find that the percentage moves on those tend to be a lot smaller, which kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
So then potentially a bit at the mercy of the exchange fees. So you kind of obviously have to make sure you you get some profit that's beyond a certain amount of percent of price move.
Yeah. But overall, though, you're saying that I mean, this seems to happen on most time frames, or
yeah, it seems to.
right. Okay.
I've been finding the 30-minute in particular, I've been finding pretty good, but just because actually I'll just reset it. These do show up a lot on the 30-minute. It's great for that. So it allows you to trade maybe a bit more often than on the 1 hour. I mean, 1 hour is also very good. It depends on your trading style, of course. But if you're doing kind of lots of intraday trades, then maybe the half hour. So you could go to something like the 1 hour, 2 or 4 or whatever, to get the overall, the bigger picture, literally the overall view, and then maybe kind of looking at the what's showing up on the half an hour. But yeah, I mean, if we dive to say the 3 minutes, I did have alerts set up on the 1 minute and the 3 minute, but they were driving me bloody nuts. it's like pinging all the time. And I did find as well that they with alerting on those much smaller time frames, it was kind of pushing me to do these sort of like little scalpy trades, which is actually sort of a habit that I'm more trying to move away from, if anything, towards just like the sort of bigger picture setup, and so on. But yeah, if you've got the right presence of mind for scalping on the lower time frames, then it's brilliant for that, I think.
Mhm.
Like here, there's a few here just recently. So and they play out. It's crazy. So this one, price is coming up. There's some bearish divergence on it, but everything else is looking bullish. So hey, just wait for it to retrace to that line. It comes back down to that line. In this case, this is more of you get the two steps that play out. You get the trend continuation going back up, then you get the retracement down. It doesn't actually come back up except for that little bit. So you get whatever percent that is of a long there. But this is the thing though, because if this is something I wanted to mention, was that if the plan is to try and do step 3, there is something you can watch for that invalidates that trying to trade the step 3, which in this case would be kind of waiting for the price to come back up and carry on long. So the bearish wedge on the EMAs, where it shows purple here, that's essentially saying, "Don't do it, mate. Don't go long here. That's ridiculous." So you do get the say the retracement, but just given that's formed on there, just at the point where this comes back up, you can see it's already started to form. In fact, dropping very very steeply as well, both of them. So you would kind of know at that stage not to try and play step 3 because it's just not happening. So the indicator still warns you, so you kind of know where. You get that trade, you get that trade, you don't get that one because it tells you it's just not a good idea to do that one. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Because I was thinking actually, I might make a slight change to the way that the indicator works. So here, because obviously it prints the upward facing green triangle. It's essentially when the prices drop down below the retracement level, this then goes like, my work here is complete, for this particular pattern. So it's completed the structure at that point. So just prints that, saying like, okay, this is a point where you want to now think about placing a long, but wait for it to come back up to this line, essentially. So you can set a trigger order at that point. So yeah, so I was thinking maybe if there is there's already a bearish wedge formed there, then it just wouldn't show the triangle. So you could actually take that and sort of, that could be quite nice actually. So the triangle is kind of a confirmation, not confirmation, but it's another good sign that this is going to actually come back up for step 3 and keep going. But if it's not there, then not so much. So that could be quite nice. I mean, this one still on the 3 minute, and this one obviously happens very quickly. This bearish retracement. So like here, price is dropping. So it's step 1, and at that point, well, actually it'd be at that point even, because it's when the green background is drawn in with that trend shield triangle there. So it's saying kind of, this is happening, but expect the price to come back up to this level. And sure enough, in the next bar it does, and wicks higher as well. And then, so once it's come above this line, then think about placing a short when it comes back down to this line. This is why it's quite nice to set a trigger order for that. So in other words, it kind of waits for that to come back down. So that that downward triangle there is valid in this case, because in terms of the EMA trends, everything is down still. So that's a very strong sign that it's going to be down there. As it turns out, it jumps around a bit, but then it does come down quite strongly. So like, yeah, a lot of it is just down to how you manage your trades and so on. But that one would be quite a strong sign that things are going south still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So just looking at what's happening at the moment with Bitcoin, I'm looking on the 3-minute time frame as you were. So so we've got that. So we've got a retracement level at 118129. Can you see that on yours?
118129. So sorry, was that still on 3 minutes?
It's on the 3-minute. I am on the ByBit chart though.
Okay, I'll bring that one up.
But ByBit USDT perpetual contract is the one I'm on.
Okay, ByBit perpetual. It's that one, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yep. Okay. So was this like? I'll just go over to the. It's there.
There you go. Right where we are now. You've got a little green triangle, and I haven't.
on that bit.
Yeah.
I've probably been. Yeah, actually, I do need to send you the latest. I was tweaking things within. So I think maybe that might be because if we go to the settings, I did change these a bit. So it now kind of draws in the retracement level. So for the bearish, it draws it on the candle open, and the bullish also on the candle open. What it used to be was for the bearish, it would draw it on the high, and for the bullish, it would draw it on the low to try and get the best entry, essentially.
Okay.
So so if I do that, I change that to low, and now the candles disappeared. The triangles disappeared.
Gotcha.
So yeah, because generally if you do set it to high and low for those, then it shows a line positioned to get a better entry, and the majority of the time that still plays out, but it's slightly higher risk. So instead, just showing it on the open and the open. So like on the maybe zoom out a bit on here. So that one it opened there, wouldn't it? At 118169, I think 167 or thereabouts. Yeah, 169. Versus it would have been up here. Would have been drawing it up there, I think 118218. So that's because of that wick. That's quite a difference. Maybe it would have been the other way around, but yeah, you get the idea. It just draws the line at a different place. So,
okay.
Yeah. So I think on open and open, it's generally a bit more reliable. But then when you're looking at the place to enter a trade, then you'd probably make a call on that anyway about whether to open the trade sort of slightly below or above or whatever, depending. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. It's quite good that Bitcoin's doing that as we speak, actually.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah. Just live talking about trading.
Yeah.
Not so much live trading, but close.
Yeah.
What else to go through? I mean, it does get a bit hypnotic watching that. If I go to the 1 minute, actually not so much. I thought it was going to be more impressive. But there we go. It's moving now. Come on, dance for us while we're live. Yeah, I mean that. So on the 1 minute, obviously we've got the kind of the purple bearish wedge forming, because the two EMAs, the 21 and the 55, are starting to converge downwards. So it's because the 21 is sloping downwards, so it's kind of seeing that as a bearish formation at the moment. So that's a bit of an early signal that sometimes plays out, sometimes not. But it just gives you that, let's say, that early indication that things might be starting to head downwards, like more significantly than it might already be. In fact, sure enough, yeah, that's come down even more now. This sort of thing, it doesn't always play out, so you have to, keep it in context with other things that are going on. Like on there, it's starting to say that, but then boom and up. So yeah. There was something I was going to mention, which was on the Bitcoin 2 day. To that, because sometimes it's quite useful just to really zoom out on these things and just kind of talk about getting the bigger picture and things. So on here, it's changed a bit now. Maybe it is different on. I changed to 2 hour. Believe it or not. Sorry. Yeah. This was starting to head into oversold territory. On there, I think it's already started to come down actually. So I guess that is kind of the pullback that we've been seeing, the cool down. So that was actually called on Quadzilla on my candles there. I guess that one on Monday. It's sort of saying, hey, things are getting a bit oversold here, and then it's coming around. What's today? Wednesday, isn't it? So yeah, this is saying on Monday that we're probably heading for a cool off, and also that's kind of what's happened. So it's nice to see these the stochastic momentum lines coming down, then hopefully just enough for the bulls to recharge a bit, and then head on up. So,
right.
It also means that of course doesn't just smash right up into extreme oversold, extreme overbought. Even did I say oversold? Sorry, extreme overbought. Because that would probably signal just something's about to end in terms of the bull market. But so that's actually quite healthy to be seeing that for a little while.
Yeah, I'm not actually seeing your retracement line on my version actually.
This one. This is. Oh, I clicked back to the index. Should go back to ByBit.
I don't mind.
ByBit. Yeah, it was at the top now, isn't it? That is the one. Yeah. Oh no, sorry, it was on the right one. Yeah, I left on there.
Oh, okay. So I'm on the same thing. 2 day.
Do you have the that date? Oh, it's probably because of the another setting that I just changed, which is the within number of bars. So I think the default for that is 7. So I've changed that. Boink goes. So that's essentially the red bar. Sorry, the red background in this case has to appear within that many bars of that cross up, the bullish cross up. So yeah, I think that
mine's on 7.
Yeah, so I set this to 7, and then that see the line disappeared.
Oh, what did you have it on before?
12. So put it to
12.
12, then it should reappear. Yeah, like so. And that's because obviously that there is within 12 bars now of actually that where it crosses up, it crosses over rather. So it's one of those things. I'm sort of trying out different settings for a little while each, to see if it kind of remains a good value. Then if I start to see too many kind of wrong calls or whatever, then I kind of switch it back to whatever the default was. And if it stays good, if it's still good like that, then I guess it would probably become just the default value. So
what you're saying there is that price was there on the 1st of May, and then it came back there on the 3rd of May. Is that what you're saying?
So, well, it's still continuing actually. There's a sort of anti-short circuit thing, I suppose, in here where if the price actually retraced before it's kind of even detected it, then that doesn't count. So it'd have to sort of start to come back like after this point, really, after the arrowhead.
Okay.
And even with that, if it comes back within, I think it's either the same or the next one. It's probably just the same bar, actually. If it happens on the same bar, then it also discounts that, disregards it. Because obviously that's just something else happening there. I think that's ranging, but it's not part of the more macro-ish kind of pattern that's playing out.
So there you go. We've got 93,800 sometime soon. Or maybe not soon.
Yeah, and any minute now. I think just elevator down, as I say. Yeah. So what else? I think I was actually looking at the wrong set of notes. There's a note I've made about 2 days. Let me pass forward through my notes. Oh yeah, I found the right notes now. Can we start the live stream again?
Yeah. What was it saying? Mow the grass and turn over the compost heap.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So, actually, yeah, I did get some of these. So, like setting the price alert for the retracement. Talked about alerting the Bitcoin daily red retracement played. Oh, this is probably worth a look. So on the daily, be interesting to see if this is still the case on the ByBit chart as well. So I've got red retracement played out brackets 1,2. Oh yeah, steps 1,2. I wanted to crow about this playing out. So
oh wow.
Yeah, this one's quite stellar, to be honest. So obviously this is a much longer term trade that's playing out. So essentially, when did it start? Yeah, so when did it? I was actually looking at that's all the way back there. Yeah, I guess June. Yeah. Yeah, this one is pretty amazing, to be honest. So it is it's a bearish retracement, but because it's expecting that when the price comes back up, that it would stand a good chance of coming back down and just heading down again. But again, for this, because the EMAs had crossed bullish, so and everything was heading upwards. So at that point, even though we didn't get a shading in of the bullish wedge or anything like that, it's still very clearly just kind of heading strongly upwards. So at that point, that would instantly kind of disqualify any thoughts of placing a short just there, because it just wouldn't make sense. So you get, in this case, you get steps 1 and 2 playing out pretty strongly. So if you're just kind of DCAing Bitcoin at that point, then or just kind of buying some, say if you just bought some Bitcoin spot, just kind of here, then immediately the price does that. Think, oh, well, that's just typical. That is, story of my life. But then you come and check on Quadzilla, and it's saying, hey, don't worry, the price is going to come back up. It's going to retrace, and it kind of, I mean, you know it's going to do that anyway. But it's something that plays out, and as soon as these come around, you kind of know that it's going to come back to that level. And in this case, by that stage, as I was saying, the trend is very much upwards, so it just carries on up. So, which is nice. Yeah. So I had a note about, or made a note about checking various points. Should we have a look at Chippy while we're here?
Yeah, sure.
See how Chippy's doing on. Because I tend to look at that on the daily. The Chippy Sol, sort of our favourite meme coin of the moment, is looking pretty good. I guess that means that for today that TMG hasn't bought any new Chippy coins for today. Taking a breather. He might be. Is he travelling at the moment? I wonder.
No, I don't think so. I think he's in Dubai.
Yeah.
Just doing his thing. So I'm just trying to find it on my chart as well.
Oh, yeah.
I did put it.
So he might wake up pretty soon and just do some buying, then see that head up.
Oh yeah, I was saying here.
Yeah.
So what are you looking at there? You're looking at that.
Actually, yeah. So I guess because we were talking about this last week, weren't we, about the that kind of slightly ominous retracement level down there, suggesting that the price kind of wants to come back down to this level. But it's very much a sign. I mean, this is obviously being artificially pumped. I think that's kind of what it is, what that shows. That's what we can read from that, which is obviously fine. I mean, because it's something that TMG, that Martini guy, has been very open about, that he's actively doing this to try and build things up ready for the relaunch of, basically for Chippy V2. But it's just kind of interesting. You can actually see that in the chart pattern, and the fact that
for sure,
Quadzilla obviously thinks that maybe more like a fair value, based on what's happened prior to that would be kind of there. So if I think if TMG were to stop pumping the coin, you might expect it to come down. I doubt it. I don't think it would come all the way down to here, though. It might. I feel like it might come down to where that kind of. I guess there's kind of a liquidity level there, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you're talking about a coin with a 3 million market cap. It's not going to do. It's not going to behave completely normally, is it?
No. Yeah. What I did quite like was that on this one that played out nicely. I mean, of course, on here we're not talking about leveraged trading or anything like that. It's purely spot.
Right.
But yeah, this kind of don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that can. Yeah. So in fact, maybe just hypothetically, if TMG did sort of happen to stop buying for a fair while, that might actually be the level that it retraces to, rather than this one. That seems a bit more realistic, I think.
Yeah.
So either there or there, I would think, and then hopefully up again. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So another one that I thought maybe we could have a quick look, because you were talking earlier about RX. Is it RX?
RX. Yeah. I'll have to get this phone again. Sorry about this.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So let's have a look. Actually, I'll wait for Dave to come back before talking about that one. There was probably talk a bit about fair value gaps, I think. Although actually we've been going for nearly an hour and a half. Maybe I'll save the fair value gap for another day.
I'm back, by the way.
Okay. I was just saying that there are a couple of things to look at, but I guess we've been going for nearly an hour and a half now. So I did want to talk about the relationship between the fair value gap and retracement levels, because I think that's really kind of an interesting one. And of course, RX. Should we, I guess, see how it goes. How are you doing for time, by the way?
No, absolutely fine. Yeah, no, sorry, I didn't realize my daughter had come home and she was at the front door, and I'd locked her out.
So, all right, so that's not bad. I mean, well, I suppose, but it wasn't so much like, "Where's my dinner?"
No. She's going out again anyway, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. So, RX, if I bring that up, stocks, X, Nasdaq. I guess it's our top one, isn't it? The Nasdaq. So,
yeah.
Going to here on the daily. Something I wanted to point out. I hope I've actually made a note of what it was I wanted to point out. So on the daily, there's a green retracement, which, where's the green retracement? Is it? It may have been some. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This one. Okay. So think of this in terms of somebody, maybe again just like spot trading this, or even just investing in stocks. They might look at this and go, "Oh, wow, that jumped something rotten there, didn't it?" So yeah, they might look at this in terms of I've had a good tip off about this this kind of great company that's worth investing in. They're going places, etc.
But you missed it.
Then they kind of think, "Oh, but hang on, I dawdled, I faded that one, and now the price is all the way up here." However, on here, Quadzilla actually printed a retracement level, which strongly was saying, kind of, "Oh no, you've missed the boat. Don't this is like a radio ad for investing. Missed the boat. Don't worry, the price is going to come back down to here." I'd have to work on that as a
in 128 days, which I suppose, what's that?
Yeah,
That's 4 months, isn't it? Yeah.
So so December. I guess December until April.
Yeah.
So yeah, for 4 or 5 months. So, but I guess when we're talking about like investments and stuff, then it is a bit long term.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah.
and similarly, if someone was about to buy up here, kind of not financial advice again, especially about buying shares, buying stocks and things, but they might look at this as to add to their decision making process, I guess. The fact that, oh, hang on, do I really want to buy up here? I could potentially, well, maybe just buy some Tesla stock in the meantime and hope that that comes down, or rather hope that goes up and I can sell when this comes down or something like that. But this would be a strong sign that the share price in this case is going to come down, and obviously did. And it did that quite beautifully. It just came down to the level below a little bit, and so then you kind of wait. Well, I guess in this case you just buy, buy, because it's long term, and then back up. So you kind of get the 1, 2, 3 steps, which I just thought that was quite kind of groovy.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. Even that one.
Actually, tell you, look at it on the same time frame. Have a look at HIMS, HIMS. It's another stock. Hims and Hers Health.
HIMS.
Yeah.
The top one.
NYSE. Yeah. Because that's got a.
Do you mean this bit? This one here?
Oh, right. Now I've got my settings on whatever you just told me to set it on.
What's different?
I can see a big retracement level, like to the right of that red one. I can see a big green one.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure why. I'm looking. Are you on the daily? It's a daily, wasn't it?
Yes.
All right.
And it's definitely that NYSE, as you said.
Hims and Hers Inc. 1 day NYSE. Yeah.
It's probably going to be a similar thing. It does go to show that it's worth, kind of playing around with the settings a bit. To kind of get. Well, I was going to say make the chart say what you want it to say. not quite that. Yeah. So you've got within 12 bars. It might. Do you have the open and open? Because sometimes it's that. Oh yeah, that background show. So, yeah. It should be just there. It should show. Because that turned red. That crossed bullish.
2-12.
I wonder if.
Oh, I've got draw, bearish, and bullish. So you've got open and open. I've got high and low on mine. Is that?
Oh, maybe I said it.
So does that mean I'm on a different version?
Slightly earlier.
Draw, bearish, and bullish.
So I mean, it might be. I'm actually not sure. It'd be quite nice if that showed up just there. I feel like it probably should. I might just try to refresh the page just in case. Because I think another thing sometimes is that there's a draw limit in TradingView, like the number of lines it draws, and I think sometimes it just kind of reaches its limit and goes, I'm not going to draw no more lines. So I was playing around with those a little bit.
Okay, well let's not worry about that too much then, because obviously there's a difference between my script and yours, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably that. I'll probably tweet something.
But what it's actually shown is you see where you got the red retracement level there, and then if you go about 2 or 3 candles to the right, right, and then you got a big green candle going up, or it's white in your case. It's actually drawn a level just there.
Yeah, I think that's exactly where you'd kind of. Oh no. Okay, yeah, that's because on mine, the red is there. It shouldn't make a difference. It's just the fact that it's drawn red triangle there. But the one where that appears is a bearish candle. It's probably the same on yours, because that red shows up after those kind of girthy green candles, girthy green dildos, as it were. It's kind of shown up there, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got a little green
depends
arrow.
where the arrowhead is.
I've got a little green arrow showing up on the momentum oscillator as well, on that first red background underneath that.
Yeah, I think that just gets drawn in when the retracement level is drawn. So it just kind of adds that to the trend shield.
All right, let's not worry about that anyway, because I think that would have been another sort of wait 6 months thing anyway. All right.
Yeah, potentially. So say if it was, so does yours get drawn there, or like further up? So just there.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, there.
Yeah.
Which
is
interesting.
I'll have a look at that, because I feel like it probably ought to draw that. I can't see a reason why it wouldn't. I mean, obviously there is some reason, but yeah, I'll have a look and see.
Well, having said that, I mean, I don't know. Is it likely it's going to come back down there again? I don't know. Maybe, but
check back in 6 months and see.
Yeah. I will actually. Yeah, no, just flicking through a few things to see if I see anything interesting.
So, what else did I have on here? Might make Quadzilla not. Oh yeah, did that. So we talked about invalidating a retracement, like if the EMAs are converging bearish when it might be about time to go long, then that would invalidate it. Covered that.
Yeah,
I think we covered quite a lot, really. To me, as I was saying, I was planning to talk about the fair value gap in retracement levels. So
you can if you want to.
They'll give us something to look forward to next time, maybe.
Okay, right. I suppose. I think we need to generate some more interest in the indicator and stuff. But
that's true.
Yeah. You got Where's the Vault here? That's didn't expect to see you here. That's awesome. Right.
Right. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome indeed. That's really cool. Brilliant. Okay. Well, I think we're probably. Have you done enough for today, covering things? Or?
I think so. I mean, there's always a fair old list of things to talk about. So I'm just thinking more. I don't know. I could probably go and have a cup of tea and a slice of toast.
Okay.
It's kind of early evening. I don't know. That's awful. Should we talk about the fair value gap and then wrap up? Do you think?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm nervous now because if Wiz is in the chat, then he knows a lot about the fair value gap. So I'll have to make sure this is correct.
He does. It's his middle name. That's not. It's the middle name is of.
I imagine I just pictured him in the wizard hat and so on, just
criticizing.
Just somebody on YouTube just mentioned the fair value gap. That's why he's now here. Let's see. Right, let's try and think about what I was going to say now. So if we go to maybe I don't need to. Let's go to Bitcoin index and let's see. Just looking at that, that's pretty interesting on the daily still on Bitcoin. That was one that's 92, isn't it? So just let's hope that doesn't play out. So, or at least not now. I guess it will. Probably will at some point.
You're on the index chart, yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So something I noticed with the fair value gap, or really with the retracement lines, and take out the very masculine pink lines. I think pink is quite a masculine color, to be honest. It's it gets this kind of Barbie-esque kind of association with like little girls or whatever. Like, but I think it's I don't know.
Okay.
Probably is that the hill I'm choosing to die on? I insist that pink is a masculine color.
I think it's almost like you know, if you're going to drive something like a pink Fiat 500 or something, then you have to be sure of your masculinity, don't you? You know,
that's true. But very 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 comfortable with
yeah. I'm good with this. You know, I like my little pink car. You know.
Yeah, quite right. Yeah. Fair value gap. So, oh god, I should have just thought of an example first. I think so. I've got Bitcoin 12 minutes on Friday the 18th at 10 a.m. Should we try and find that one?
Yeah.
12. Where's Friday? Back even more. Where's the 18th?
It's there somewhere.
Yeah. 18th, yeah, at 10 a.m. So it's pretty close by. Probably thinking that this had better be worth it after all this setup. So is that a fair value gap? It isn't, is it? Why did I guess there's one just there, isn't there? Just about, but it doesn't really count for anything. There's almost one there, like as in just there, but maybe there's a pixel's worth of fair value gap, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I probably need to set this up a bit better and do a better explanation. But what I was going to say about them, and maybe in the next video I'll kind of introduce them a little bit as well and just talk about what they are. Most people probably know, I'm sure, but just probably it's good form to preamble about them first, isn't it? Not talk about how I like pink and so on.
So I
So
where's he saying pink is a great color? You know, that's what.
Yeah.
You know, so
I agree. Thank you.
He's saying that, and his chart candles are pink and white. There you
go. Okay.
And he's not wearing a wizard outfit. He's actually naked right now.
Yeah, it's very like one or the other.
It's the only clothes he's got.
Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, I think so. What I'd quickly say then about retracement level, so is just that I was noticing that they seem to sort of coincide sometimes with each other. So I think when that does happen, then it makes the retracement signal a lot more convincing, because it's these two sort of things that are in confluence with each other. So like obviously the thing with a fair value gap being that you're kind of going to be expecting the price to come back to that point, and if it's a bullish one, then you can expect a lot of kind of rapid filling of orders and a lot of buy, and then probably come back down again, and often does seem to sort of match up with the retracement level showing as well. So that's just something I kind of noticed the other day, but I'll probably look into that some more, I think. before I
Okay.
go into full like spiel about it. And then maybe that's potentially something that we could go through a lot more next time. It'd just be kind of how to use both patterns really on it on a chart to get like really convincing kind of sort of position entries and exits and so on.
Yeah, just for information, Wiz just said there's an indicator called super order block, which is really good for double checking fair value gaps. I did actually try that out. Actually, I was slightly overwhelmed by how much information it gave me. Actually, but
just like everything and everything else.
Yeah, it's like a bit too much. Anyway, but I don't know. But yeah, it looks like an awesome thing though, I must admit.
Super. Oh, that one, super order block. I
Yeah,
guess that's
yeah.
So have a quick look.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I was thinking something like this could be quite nice just to add into Quadzilla, maybe. I mean, if it fits, if we can find a way that it does actually kind of fits a lot of the overall kind of trading approach, I suppose, of Quadzilla, like so it complements the other aspects of it. Particularly if it does kind of show a way for to sort of confirm retracements and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is. So I guess we're getting like liquidity wicks and things, and look. So what have we got? It'd be quite nice just to switch everything else off. Order blocks. Leave that on. And that's those pivots. Okay. High volume. Okay, it's actually quite nice. And it does give you a lot of info, which is probably a good thing. Just go looking for a fair value gap now. I don't know how it would show up on here. And you'd think there'd be a fair number of them, because I think they tend to be good for the lower time frames as well. It's where you'd expect to see them, I think. Okay. Maybe I'm scrolling past a lot of them. So here, fair value gap. It is, yeah, okay. They're all over the place. I just wasn't seeing them. That's actually kind of nice that it shows those. So yeah, that's kind of there. One there. So if we try and match that with a retracement level, doesn't show up. Doesn't show up. I think I drew those in on a different time frame this way. So I think that's a fair value gap, just showing up on a different time frame. Okay. So yeah, maybe my hypothesis is now nullified.
Okay. Well, where's it say might need to change the opacity on it? I think you're seeing them, right?
Yeah, because like at the start, they suddenly showed up. They were quite. Oh, it might be one of those things where they only draw a certain distance back in time. So I think once you start adding labels, then they it's only certain. So there probably are a lot more. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll do my homework a bit more on that one.
Okay.
Then we'll have something much slicker to show. Ready for the next live stream.
Well, I think we could probably wrap it up there, so you can go and do your stuff. But
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm just noticing with Bitcoin on the 1 minute time frame, got a really good example of the trend shield, sort of
Okay.
going a bit crazy actually, just on the 1 minute. And you can see like the trend shield on the oscillator, just there's loads of them, you know. So that's kind of
Oh, down here. Wow. Okay,
yeah. So it's keeping the price right down, but they've just stopped appearing in the last couple of minutes.
nice.
So
So it sort of faded out and then went.
yeah.
Nothing
So
happening there. Not particularly.
so could that be a bottom? It's very possible, but
Yeah, I think so. It's gonna come up to this level, isn't it? Clearly.
yeah, oh yeah. Then it'll probably die again. But
Yeah.
nevertheless, it's a good example of the trend shield, sort of. You know, the point being, it's saying like it probably should reverse and go back up at that point, but not for a minute, and that kind of kept it down until they stopped appearing, and then up it goes. Really.
Yeah.
Right. There's obviously. Who was it who said? I think it said Iad back here saying, you know, probably need like documents and pointers for a beginner. Yeah, I mean, we will do all that. Definitely. Obviously, you know, because we've developed this over the last, well, it's mostly been math actually, but you know, we've developed this indicator over the last few months, and it's all kind of new to us, really. So, and also we're seeing how well it works in various situations. And once we're quite experienced and knowledgeable about it, it will be easier to make, you know, documents and videos for beginners, which I thoroughly intend to do, because I think that would be great, and it will all be
Yeah.
part of the whole caboodle, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is going to be free to people in the Telegram group, so please do join the Telegram group. And link is in the chat. I'll also, I think it's in the description as well. So thank you very much, Maff. That's been awesome again. That's a really good look at the indicator again. It's amazing how quick the time goes. That's like an hour and a half nearly.
It's mad, isn't it? It really is.
I know. It's like you could have watched a
Thanks,
film in that.
quite enjoyed that.
Yeah,
always,
yeah. Sorry about the interruptions from my daughter, but you know. Does she know who I am? Anyway, but yeah.
Doesn't she know who I am?
Anyway, but thanks for everyone for coming along, especially Wizard of Alt as well. It's really cool to sort of see you here, and everyone else actually. But thank you very much. Can you all do me a favour and sort of give the stream a like on the way out, and make sure you are subscribed and got the notifications set to all, and above all, tell your friends.